Hello everyone and welcome to Battle of the Beasts All Generation episode number 13. I am Adam and I got another battle here for you with two interesting competitors here, one of which I'm okay with, another beast which I really like. And that beast I really like is my third favourite of the series. And that beast is also from a series with 4 books in it. So that just goes to show how much I like that series. The beast I'm okay with, unfortunately, is probably my least favourite of that series. But if I'm okay with it, that could mean, oh, it's from a series that he's okay with. Not as much. But I do like the beast, though. I like most of the beasts in that series. Half. 2, I'm okay with. 1, I hated, but now I'm just neutral. That's not this one. This is the one I'm just okay with. Anyway, let's introduce them. So, representing Series 3, The Dark Realm. I didn't have to check that. Book number 1, Torgor the Minotaur. And, on the other side, representing Series 21, The Sorcerer's Revenge. Yep, book number 3, Tarantix the Bone Spider. So, yep, these are the beasts fighting today. Whilst it may seem obvious on which one will win, I think I can make an alright battle here, because I got a list of their abilities, and in Torgor's case, his weapon, or equipment as the Beast Quest wiki affectionately calls it. But really, whilst I think the winner is obvious on who it would be, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't watch this, because there could be something in this video which I don't even know about, which could end up being really funny, or a twist, and Torgor or Tarantix ends up winning. Let's say the one that we don't really think will win ends up winning. Literally anything can happen in these videos. And whilst I obviously prefer Tarantix a hell of a lot more than Torgor, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to give Torgor a fair fight. I mean, whilst I will admit Claw and Nanook probably didn't have the best fight they had, at the end of the day, they were against beasts which they stood no chance against. Silver and Crestor. Like, if I was going against these beasts and I was those beasts, I'll be like, okay, yep, I'll make my own grave for you. Don't need to worry about it. Okay, I won't even need to worry about it. But anyway, let's get into this. So, we're going to start with the stats.
Torgor the Minotaur. Torgor's flick glistening coat of coal-black hair makes him almost impossible to spot in the night, though moonlight will pick out the 2 twisted horns that rise from his head. These horns are the key to Torgor's strength. Removing them is the only way of defeating him, if you can get past his axe. Now onto his stats. The sharp horns, which are the key to his strength, the double-bladed axe mastery skill, furry thick hide, which allows protection from arrows and can take blows from Tagus, enhanced speed, which is faster than Tom's horseshoe token, enhanced strength, on par with Tagus, impossible to spot at night, however, moonlight reveals his location. So, let's see how he does in the tournament.
Tarantix the Bone Spider. Tarantix is a monstrous spider the size of a stagecoach. 6 of her legs end in a 3-toed claw, and her massive body is covered by a pocket-marked grain bone. A tapering point at the rear end of the beast's abdomen generates gooey spider silk, and the many eyes clustered on her vast head glittering with venomous hatred. Now on to her stats. Regenerative limbs, burrows underground, shoots sticky goo, sharp claws, bone shell armor, 2 slife appendages, web control and web shooting make her one deadly opponent in the tournament.
3, 2, 1!
Battle! Torgor versus Tarantix. Battlefield would be, I'm going to say like a plain rocky area. So just some big boulders scattered around the area, but other than that it's just plain with some sand. But with that, let's get into the battle. So, as both beasts exit from their chambers, Tarantix immediately exits and burrows underground. Torgor strides out, causing a little tremor every step he takes to the centre of the arena, wielding his battle axe, ready to strike his opponents. Tarantix is just scuttling around on the ground, just making a bunch of tunnels going across everywhere, and she pokes out her head out of the way where she entered. Torgor sees that and charges straight towards Tarantix. However, with the weight that Torgor puts on with every step he takes, he fell through the tunnels that Tarantix has made, causing Torgor to get his lower half submerged by sand. And whilst he's trying to get out, he's greeted by Tarantix, who shoots dark webby goo towards Torgor and wraps it round his arms and his torso. And Torgor tries to wiggle free, but because it's still connected to Tarantix, Tarantix uses that to as a way to like push Torgor deeper into the sand, to where Torgor's torso is now covered in the sand. She releases the goo, so Torgor is now trapped in the goo, trying to break free, just barely being able to, but still failing. And submerged mostly below sand, just keeping his head shown. Tarantix scuttles up towards Torgor, and what Tarantix does, using her scythe appendages, sticks it into the sides of Torgor's head and starts dragging it down. Torgor bellows in rage and anger to the point where he feels that new burst of strength and he just breaks free of the sand. Wielding his battle axe, he swings it round and slashes and hits Tarantix directly on the side of the face, knocking Tarantix back, causing some shards of bone to chip away from Tarantix's face. Tarantix, enraged by this, scuttles back at a distance to stay out of reach of Torgor's deadly blade. Torgor gets back up out of the sand, staring directly at Tarantix. Tarantix staring back. Torgor puts his axe down, digs it firmly into the sand, picks up a nearby rock and chucks it towards Tarantix. Tarantix scuttles out of the way just in time to avoid it, but is instantly greeted by Torgor throwing his axe towards her, which Tarantix didn't have time to avoid, and it's sliced right through one of Tarantix's scythe-like appendages. God, this is a tongue twister here. Just using the pluralization of Tarantix. It slices right through one of Tarantix's scythe-like appendages, and the appendage just lands right onto the ground. Tarantix screeches in pain, but then gives like a sound where it seems like she's laughing. And that's because the appendage just regrows back from her, and using one of her claw appendages, she lifts it up and chucks it towards Torgor. Torgor sees that and just barely ducks out of the way just to getting some hair cut off from that scythe. That scythe appendage sticks itself right into the wall before it dissolves into like a gooey mess. Tarantix turns around to Torgor's battle axe, lifts it up with all her strength, and Torgor is charging up towards Tarantix to try and get his battle axe back, but also tackle Tarantix as well. Tarantix, whilst not being a skilled battle axe fighter, is able to lift it with two of her claw appendages and swings it towards Torgor right before Torgor is able to tackle Tarantix and slices him right on his stomach. And using her claw appendages after dropping the battle axe, she sticks it inside the open gash in his stomach and rips it open. And using her another claw appendage, she sticks her claw right through Torgor's stomach. Her claws poking out through Torgor's back, and using that, she just scratches all around where Torgor has now become holy. So you can see through Torgor's stomach now. Torgor, enraged by this, uses his fist and slams Tarantix on the ground beneath them, and the ground also collapsed again over another tunnel, which caused Torgor to get trapped in Sam and Tarantix as well. But Tarantix just burrows deeper down and is able to get back out and just starts burying Torgor in sand again. The sand getting in Torgor's open wound, which is causing pain and irritation to Torgor. Torgor uses his arm to try and find his battle axe, but he can't seem to find it. And by the time he does find it, Tarantix is already behind Torgor and has her claw appendages firmly on his horns. And using her scythe appendages, she brings them down and slices both horns clean off at the same time. Torgor roars in pain before feeling himself getting trapped in a ruby-like prison. And he feels his arms and legs shrinking into his body along with his head. He roars one last time before the prison is surrounding him. Tarantix, using all her strength, picks up the ruby prison and smashes it repeatedly against a rock to where it just shatters into millions of pieces. Tarantix, satisfied with her victory, scuttles back to her chamber, ready for the next battle. So with that, Tarantix the Bone Spider has won and Torgor has lost, meaning more struggles with pluralization here. But if you think Torgor should have won, please leave in the comments below why you think that. However, my word is final and Tarantix has won. Whilst Torgor is a beast I'm not the biggest fan of, I did, unlike Claw and Nanook, give him justice in his fight. And he did put up an alright fight against Tarantix. Unfortunately, there was really no way Torgor was going to win. So with that, Tarantix has won. But with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.